Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to finally get this started. So just a basic intro for Don Valley of Lexus. My name is Jason Francis, and I'm Assistant Service Manager here. We do have Arthur St. Bernard and Stanley Lude at work as my co-workers here as well. We do work on a team basis, and when you're booking your cars in, we do have a regular appointment system set up. For most customers that are booking their cars in, you can usually come and wait for the service for small oil changes or taking your tires off. We do also offer a Lexus Express maintenance service. Yeah, the Lexus Express service, it's designed to save time when you're waiting for the car. Usually we have a team of mechanics and one technician per car. But this new way of working in the car will save time and speed up the process. So when you're waiting here, we have a cafeteria upstairs, shuttle service if needed, and we do also offer a valet service pickup. What this is, when you call ahead, we can come to your home or your office, service the vehicle, and then deliver it back to you, before 5 o'clock on the same day. For any major services with any diagnosis or any problems, that wouldn't be handled by the Express. That'll be booked with the rest of the shop. Because that way, we would need more time to assess those problems.
Do you have major problems?
No, for any, if they're unfortunate or unlikely event if something goes wrong, that's why we're here, to get it back on the road. But Express is designed to speed up that whole process. And for any of you that picked up your cars, did anyone here pick up ECP? By show of hands, the extended care protection. Okay, with the ECP, that basically it extends your factory warranty past the 4 years or 80,000. Now, a couple of bonus features you get with the ECP at the time of purchase would be 4 additional oil changes and a tire rotation. And what the basic most important thing for tires is tire coverage. From the factory, you do not get any nail repairs covered, but with the ECP, you have unlimited repairs on the tires. And if they are not able to be repaired, we can change all 4 tires. Now what that means is one tire can be changed once for the 3 years or 50,000 kilometers. So if you bought your car in the last 30 days, you still have the chance to actually pick that up and get those bonus features. After the 30 days, you lose the 4 oil changes and tires coverage. And that's almost about $2,000 value. And a lot of people are picking up nails, especially in the construction areas. And for the bigger vehicles, the RX, which had 19-inch wheels or 20-inch wheels, they're not cheap tires. It is a premium vehicle, and the tires themselves are getting much bigger. So the next part I'll be going over is your scheduled maintenance. You should all have a pamphlet with some maintenance menus inside. And the schedule from Lexus for the first month after you get the vehicle for 1,600 kilometers is a first inspection. That's basically to go over the vehicle, check your tire pressure and all your fluids. And at that time, we can customize certain features. So when you come in and you've gone through the book, if there's something you want changed and you're not sure, bring it up when you're booking it in for the first inspection. That way you can save time and we can set up these features for you. Most of the cars that have navigation, you can change some of these features yourself. But if you're not sure, just ask us and we'll definitely help you out, get it going. And for tires now, since 2007, all the cars have direct tire pressure monitoring systems. What this is, it's a sensor built into your tire valve. So if there was a low tire pressure, for example, the light's going to come up on your dash. It looks like a little tire with an exclamation mark. If that comes on, you definitely want to make sure that you check your pressures first. Visually looking, if it's totally flat, call Lexus Roadside. There is a toll-free number in the owner's manual and on the windshield of the car. They can come and actually switch the tire for you or to tow the vehicle into the dealership and have it inspected. Just from my own experience, I would recommend to get a tire gauge because that pressure symbol, it won't tell you which tire is low. So if you have a gauge, you can actually gauge it yourself. And if it's too low, do not drive it. If you drive the vehicle and it's underinflated, it will damage your tire. And at that point, you're looking at replacing the tire. Is there any questions regarding the tire pressure monitoring system?
How long is
Well, most of the vehicles, depending on them, they should be set at around 32 to 35 psi. This system is designed to come on at around 8 to 7 pounds below the set pressure. And if you're buying tires too, or different wheels for winter, keep in mind you will need new sensors for the winter wheels. The reason being, your current wheels have the sensors built in. So if you just purchase wheels and tires, that tire pressure warning light will stay on all the time. And not just that symbol, the red triangle. So we offer winter tires and a winter package, which it's a bit early now, and the last winter we didn't get that much snow or bad weather. But it is in the best interest to have all your safety features working for traction control and your vehicle skid control too.
If you choose to get third-party rims, can you disable the sensor?
No, we cannot disable it, because if you just get rims, the computer's looking for a sensor. If you don't have it on there, it will stay on. So you would have to purchase those sensors and have them programmed to the vehicle. Any other questions?
So you're saying that all cars after 2007 have that?
Have that built into the valve directly. And moving on to the car itself. Now, when you pick up your brand new vehicle, it always looks great, and you want to keep it maintained on the body too, not just the inside and the outside. Most of the new cars now, depending on the color, you may notice little spots coming around the car. It's not the paint rusting, it's actually industrial fallout, and the brake pads, as they wear, they get into the clear coat. So if you have a light color car like white or silver, after a while you may notice that. And the way to remove it is to use a clay bar, or we have a detailing service where we can actually clean the car and remove that buildup. It is pretty time consuming to do that over the whole vehicle, about 3 to 4 hours. So if you don't feel like spending your Saturday afternoon, waxing the car, you can book it in, with a service or by itself, and let our department actually clean it for you. It's basically, it's clay, and there's a lubricant that lifts it out from the clear coat. But you have to do it in very small stages, in small sections. So it's very time consuming.
You just put that on like a rag?
No, it's the actual bar. It comes in a little kit, and you spray the actual body and then wipe the section so it lifts out those filings from the clear coat.
Open up with wax?
Will come out with wax, but the clay bar is designed to actually remove those spots from the vehicle. Yeah, well, if you're cleaning your car, once a week, at least a quick spray down, not by waxing the whole car. You can get a quick detailing spray that helps to keep that sheen. But that fallout needs to be removed with a clay bar or professional detailing.
So it only comes on the bottom, or it comes on the whole?
It can, depending how you drive at what speed, it can go in the lower parts of the doors, even get around to the back on the bumper and the trunk lid. So it is something to keep in mind and just let you know. It's something we've seen a lot of, and we know how to deal with it, but just let you know that we offer that service too.
So the clay bars are available here as well?
We actually do the service here,
Yeah.
and clay bars can be bought in any automotive store. Question over there? Okay, so I'll move on to Roadside. Now, in the event if your car will not start or there's some sort of mechanical breakdown, the Roadside will actually either tow your car or flatbed it to the dealership. And that number is with the vehicle. In that event, they will tell them you want it towed back to Don Valley. Most of the time, if you bought your car here, you want it coming back to the same place. But depending how far you are out at that time, there's a limit on the kilometers. So just keep that in mind, that if you're out somewhere far, they will tow you to the closest Lexus dealership.
And where is that number?
That is in the owner's manual and on the windshield on the corner, driver's side corner. And when it comes time also for any major work on your vehicle or any major servicing, we do offer a loan of vehicle. And when you're booked in, we will reserve a car for you. So in any case that you're doing a maintenance that could take maybe 2 to 3 hours, and you don't have the time to wait, at that time we'll schedule a loaner for you. Okay, and do any of you have snow tires or winter tires for your current vehicles at this point, or previous vehicles? Show of hand. Now for storing it, do you keep it at home or in your basement? Or do you have a storage? There you go. So you're using our tire hotel. Our tire hotel is designed to, make it easier for you. We have a storage facility to keep your wheels or tires with us. And when the time comes to actually switch them and put them back, we do all the legwork. We get the lifting done from the tire hotel and get it delivered to the dealership. Because most people don't want 18-inch or 19-inch wheels, in your garage if you have more than one car. It does take up a lot of space, and they are pretty heavy. And if you don't want to injure yourself, you don't feel comfortable, we offer that as a 6-month program or a 1-year program. And the storage is about $218. Sorry? The value on the cost for 6 months, it's about $119. And for the year, it's about $218 plus tax.
Why would you use 6 months?
Well, we had an introductory promotion last year for 6 months to see if it would work. And customers that bought the packages last year, once you've got them out of your house, it's much, much easier. If you're strong-willed and you don't mind doing it and you have the space, feel free. But most people, you don't want to be bending down and lifting those heavy things. Any other questions? Okay, so if anyone wants to discuss anything past our servicing here, we always strive to give you excellent service, whether you're just coming in for a regular oil change, regular maintenance, even popping in to pick up parts. We want to make sure that you're happy with our service, the work that we do, and how you're treated. For any reason, if you feel that something didn't go right, please let us know. Lexus Canada will be asking you for your surveys when they mail them out, getting feedback. And it's very important for us that, as being the premier Lexus dealership in Canada, we need to be on top. And for you buying the vehicles and servicing it, we respect that, and we want to make sure that you're happy with what we do as well. Okay, if we're finished here, we actually do have a car in the back. If you feel like coming into the shop, we have it actually raised up with the wheels off. I have a couple of our technicians ready to go in, and we can take you into the back. Okay, so I don't think the microphone is going to work in here, but I've got our technicians that are here for any questions. This is the brake rotor. And what this part here is the actual brake caliper. The actual caliper is what's actually pressing your pad against the rotor. And when you do your maintenance, we're always checking your brakes, your calipers and discs. The moving parts will need regular maintenance to clean them and lubricate them. If it's left too long and neglected, the caliper slider can seize. When that seizes, it's actually holding the pad against the rotor, and that will cause premature wear. We see a lot of cars coming in. Some of our guests are getting 100,000 kilometers on a set of brakes, and that's because they're doing long distance driving, highway cruising. Most of us are doing city driving. It's a stop and go. Stop and go in the heat is going to eat your brake pads quicker. So try to brake a bit gently to get the maximum life before you got to come in and have the pads and rotors changed. So this is when you're getting your brakes done. Let's say, for example, you're at 50,000 kilometers, right, after a year or two. As the pads wear down, so does the metal in the disc. This disc, it's a solid weight, and these things are designed, when you replace your pads, you usually replace your rotors, especially if you have a vibration in the brakes. When your discs get warped, earlier on older cars, they would machine your discs. But by machining your discs, you're actually losing mass. And for this kind of vehicle, it's not a light vehicle. You want your brakes to stop you when you apply your brakes. If the rotor gets warped, it can cause a serious vibration. That can actually affect not just the brakes, but your tires also. And when you're coming in here, getting a bit closer, these are the brake lines that feed the brake fluid into the caliper. So brake fluid in all cars, it's usually changed every 32,000 kilometers. The reason being, the fluid is hygroscopic. It will pick up moisture and reduce the boiling point. When you actually hit the brakes and you feel that pedal shaking, keep your foot on the pedal. If you take it off, the ABS will not work. It's designed to pump for you. So very slippery conditions or in the ice or winter, keep that in mind.
For example, when they ice, so the road's really ice, so just to keep.
Keep it, yes, if you take
Keep
your foot
pressure.
off, keep your foot on there. It's going to pump it for you, and under ice conditions, and you have winter tires on it, the tires will grip a little bit better, but it's still, you have to take care in winter. Winter time, we see a lot of cars ending up at a body shop. I mean, some people, you know, a person in front of you, it's a person behind you. You can do all you can by putting on winter tires. If you do get winter tires or wheels, keep that receipt and send it to your insurance company. You will get a rate reduction for getting winter tires, for being extra safe. A lot of people don't know that, but it's there to get their money back as an investment for you. But when we check your brakes, we'll take a measurement on the disc and check the condition of your rotors. And if you've used up, let's say, maybe 10%, which is, or 15%, that's normal. I've seen people come in at 14,000 needing brakes. That's aggressive driving. That's the only way to describe it, because I can tell from the tires in the vehicle and what car, you really shouldn't need brakes that early.
To maintain that speed, let's say 110, 129 kilometers, I don't know how fast you guys drive, but to maintain that speed, the engine has to kick in because the hybrid staging components ain't going to keep up with that power that the vehicle needs to maintain that speed. Now, if you do a lot of stop and go traffic, that's when you can see the biggest difference, because it's regenerative braking.
The frequency around the area, which including your laptop, your cell phone. So once you receive a signal, they try to figure out what kind of signal is it and give out the code. It doesn't know at the beginning. It will try many times to try to get the right code in order to open the car.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our Know Your Car night. We're going to wrap up the night tonight for you. It's going to be a very good night, a lot of questions asked, a lot of answers given. And I hope that you do come back to us to service. And please tell your friends and family to come back to Don Valley, and we'll be here to look after you.